What's going on, you guys? My name is Zach Hartley, and in this video we're going to break down the crazy run that some EV stocks have had recently, the two opportunities that I still think exist in the space short term, as well as the other stocks that are on my radar this week. Here's everything you need to know. Let's go. Okay, so in the week that just passed, we have Trump who's refusing to concede. We also have rising COVID numbers that are basically skyrocketing right now, and EV stocks have gone crazy. At least some of them have, and we're going to show you all the charts in this video. So let's get right into it. First of all is COVID. This is what the chart looks like. I pulled this today, so the data probably ends yesterday, which would be November 13th. And as you can see, it was an all-time high in the United States as well as worldwide. It was not a good situation anywhere, and we are clearly in a third wave, and it's not looking good right now because this growth is just accelerating at the moment. So I do think this is going to have an impact on the markets over the next 2 weeks, especially if this continues, something that you need to be aware of. Now, in terms of my trading, I actually had a phenomenal week. I made one really big trade with Uber. It was an options trade for January 15th expiry at a strike price of $45, and we made over 567% in it. I got in at 93 cents and I exited early this week at $6.15. So if you want to see that, oh, I got a spelling error, but if you guys want to see that video, definitely check it out. I'll throw up the thumbnail right now. You got to see that. We did extremely well, and I break down the entire trade for you. And then with those profits, I bought into two different companies. I bought into Field Trip, and I also bought into Drone Delivery Canada. And so far, those stocks are up almost 32% and 4% respectively. So we are buying more stocks with the profits, and those stocks are already up. We're doing extremely well. And if you guys want more information about this, or you want to see my technical analysis, you should definitely consider joining my Discord group. It is a community of traders designed to help each other improve, share resources, share trading ideas, and share what they feel and how they think about the market. And the goal is to help everybody succeed. So if you're interested in that, I share my daily analysis, my daily watch list, and it's basically a trading chat room where I'm trying to gather like-minded individuals. I charge $5 a month for that, so if you'd like to join, I would love to have you there, and you get first access to my entire weekly watch list. It's a full Excel sheet breakdown with all of my charts in it, so I'd love to share that with you. Definitely check it out. Now, in terms of the market, this is what the NASDAQ looks like. So this white line here is the pre-COVID highs, and as you can see, we have clearly broken through that, and now it looks like you could say we're sort of starting to establish a triple top or a bit of an ascending triangle, depending on how you look at this. But overall, we are having trouble breaking through that $12,000 level, and we've tested it 3 times, and we've been rejected now. Looks like we are on our 3rd rejection here, maybe on our 4th try, depending on how you look at this chart. The S&P 500 and the Dow Jones have basically looked fairly similar to this, except instead of breaking through the pre-COVID highs, they're doing this same sort of action right at the pre-COVID highs. So that's what the entire market looks like right now, is it kind of feels like we are at an inflection point of we are at the highs that were previously established, and now we are either going to break through and things are going to go well, or I think we're going to fall back down, and it's probably going to be caused by COVID if that's the case. And so those are the things that you want to keep in mind, is we are almost, in my mind, at a bit of an inflection point with regards to what's going to happen in the markets. And if it turns sideways, you want to be able to exit your positions quickly. If it goes up, you want to be able to enter and load up on that and take advantage of the swing. So that is how I am looking at the markets right now. Now, like I said at the beginning of the video, it was a crazy week for the electric vehicle industry. So let me just show you some charts and explain what I mean by this. So this is the NIO chart. As you can see, back in June and July, this stock was like $5-6, and it closed on Friday at $44.56, and it actually hit a high of $54, a stock that was $5 less than 6 months ago. The next few charts aren't quite as impressive, but they're still pretty crazy. Xpeng is basically another Chinese automaker. They went from $20 to $42 in a matter of less than 2 weeks. We also have Li Auto, another Chinese automaker that basically doubled in value over the last 2 weeks. We also have Mechanica. I don't even know if I spelt that name right, but they have doubled, almost tripled in the last basically week and a half here. And we also have a car company that I haven't even heard of in 5 years, Fisker Automotive. Absolutely amazing. They were at $8.70. They're now trading at over $17. And so do not feel like you have missed out on all of this movement. There are 2 companies that I am still watching right now. Number 1 is Workhorse Group Inc. So these guys are basically building utility vans / trucks. basically for that kind of last mile parcel delivery type industry, and they're doing pretty good. The reason I'm interested in this chart is, as you can see, it hit a high of $30.99, but it has fallen all the way back down to this $15 level, which is exactly where we found support for all of July and August. So super interesting that it basically leveled out at that level, and since then it has climbed from about $15 back up to $20, and then now dropped to about $19.22. So even with that, we've seen about a 33% increase in the last 2 weeks. Obviously it doesn't look dramatic on this chart, but this little movement from 15 to 19.22 is like $4.22. That's a significant chunk. That's over 25% on this particular stock. So really interesting. I'm definitely keeping my eye on Workhorse Group right now. If we see this bounce continue and even come up to these basically September highs and possibly break through, that is when I'm going to be adding to a position. As of right now, I'm not in the stock, but I am considering it. I am in Hyliion right now, however you want to say that. I do have long-term options in Hyliion right now. However, the other company that I'm most excited about right now, or at least the charts that I'm most excited about the charts right now, is RCMOTO. So this one is super interesting. As you can see here, they have found support in July, found support in September, and again found support in November here, beginning of November, end of October, right at this $5 mark. And since then, they have grown from $5 to $7.55, which is a 50% move just in the last 2 weeks. And now they're basically testing that high that was set in July, in August, and again in October. So almost a 4 top right here. And if we see a breakthrough, that's going to be a pretty bullish signal that I definitely want to capitalize on. Now, if you're not interested in the electric vehicle space, another place that I just put my money, like I said at the beginning of the video, was Drone Delivery Canada. I bought into this company because I think it has a little bit of support at this 61-cent level, and over the last kind of 2 weeks it has climbed from 61 cents to 68. They have also released a ton of amazing news about the company, added to the board of directors, signed new partnerships, and we are waiting on a couple of announcements later on this quarter. And so I got into the company this week after watching it for almost a year, and so I definitely think it's a good investment long term. If it drops a little bit more, I do have a stop loss set at $59 in my swing trading account, so definitely manage your risk. This is the riskiest company out of everything that I may have put up here, but I do think they have excellent long-term potential. I'm also interested in cargo jets. So this company is super interesting. They basically operate jets that only do transportation of goods. They don't transport humans or people or anything like that. It is just cargo, and it is just overnight express kind of deliveries. And so what's really interesting about them is they keep seeming to break out and then fall back down to support. Break out and then fall back down to support. And they've done this several different times. I've been watching them for about 6 months right now. They were actually pointed out in my Discord group by Trent Joseph. Shout out to Trent. I am following this stock almost every day now, and I'm super interested in it now because it is, one, bouncing off of support from the previous highs that were established, and it's also bouncing off the support line that was established from all of the lows over the last basically 6 months. So super interesting point right here. I really like these 3 candles as well, gapping up on each other. I think this could be a nice little swing play from 200 up to 250, especially if you're trading the options. I think there's definitely an opportunity there because this is a stock that seems to keep repeating itself. It breaks through, comes back down to support, breaks through, comes back down to support, and it's been doing that for a little while now. So I really like this stock because I'm starting to pick up on the pattern, and I'm starting to make a couple of trades on it. I am also looking at Shopify. Now, I've pointed this one out on several of my watch lists. However, this has got to be one of my all-time favorite companies. I really like everything they do. Their business model is absolutely amazing, and the management team is good as well. So as you can see here, we've got resistance established around this 1100 mark, and we've also got pretty clear support established around this 880, 900 mark. And right now, we are very clearly trading within this channel. And so what I am looking for is a breakout of this channel or a breakdown of it. If it breaks down, I'm probably just gonna wait until it falls to the next level of support. I do not wanna short Shopify because it has so much potential and so much upside. However, if we see a clear bounce off of support here, or if we see a breakout of this 1100 mark, I think those are going to be very clear buying opportunities for Shopify. And especially if COVID continues to get worse, more and more businesses are going to rely more and more on Shopify, and that means more and more revenue for Shopify. And it's the greatest business model in the world because it's a software as a service, and one new customer costs them absolutely zero except for a little customer service. So absolutely phenomenal business model, excellent company, and this chart is something that I am watching extremely closely right now. If we start to see a couple nice days bouncing off 900 here, I'm probably going to get into it just as a small position and then buy in more as we break through the 1100 mark. Now, all of the charts that you've seen in this video come from Questrade. That is the brokerage that I use. I use it for all of my charting and all of my day trading, swing trading, and long-term investing. And if you're interested in trying them out or looking for a new brokerage, definitely check out the link below. It will give you $50 in free commissions, so you can make commission-free trades no matter where you are. I highly recommend them. The charts are great, the system is great, and they give you a practice account so that you can basically run through and test everything before you use your real money. I highly recommend it, and there's a link down below. Okay, now in summary, we got a couple big things going on this week. On Tuesday, we've got the NIO earnings coming out, and I do expect that to have an impact on the entire EV market. We also have COVID numbers steadily increasing right now, and if that continues to the point of lockdowns, that is going to grind some businesses to a halt, and we are going to see some businesses not do very well in it. We're also going to see some businesses accelerate out of it. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens out of that. I also think the market has accepted a Biden win, so electric vehicles, cannabis, renewable energy, those may be the areas that you want to put your money, because I think those are the areas that are going to see the softest and nicest regulations coming from the federal government. And if you guys get any value out of this video, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. I sincerely appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.